What's up? Thanks for coming in. Good. How are you? All right, Kike, what a play last night. Thanks so much for coming in. Who's got the first question? We'll start with Kirsten in the third row on your left.
Kike, just to be in this position, you guys forced a Game 7 last night. Just when you think about the emotions, the feelings going into this one, how would you put it to words?
There was a lot of emotions last night. Today, everybody's really excited. I don't think there's one person in either locker room that didn't dream as a kid playing in Game 7 of the World Series, and it's here in front of us. So, it's been a great World Series, and the World Series now it's going to get decided on who plays best during one of those games.
You've been in a Game 7 before. Just what have you learned from these games, and how have they prepared you for a game like today?
I played in two Game 7s in the NLCS, and then one in the World Series. The one I played in the World Series was a little bit of a different story for me because I got to pinch hit in the second inning. I got hit by a pitch, and the next pitch we lined out into a double play, and that was it for my game. I got to watch for 7 innings, and it felt pretty helpless. And tonight I get to play, which is exciting. And I think experience is what it is. I think this is you can't really think of, I already had the experience of Game 7 because these guys are coming off of Game 7 against Seattle. So we just gotta take it as any other game. But we know what's at stake, and we need to have that urgency. But at the same time, be patient and not try to win the game in one specific inning. We just gotta play our game, play sound fundamental baseball, and hopefully we come out on top.
Third row on your right, Kike. Pete.
Kike, your sample size of postseason games is pretty large, over 80 games. What do you attribute all the success that you've had in
Over
October
100.
to?
It's been over 100.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. It's over 100. But what do you that's a pretty big chunk. What do you kind of put your success on for that with those games?
I don't know. I feel like I've had to answer this question too many times, but man, it's just when else would you rather do it than in the postseason? Everything is heightened. The focus is heightened. The intensity is heightened. The electricity in the stadiums. Everything is different. You can't compare a playoff game to a game in the 162 because the reality is it's not the same, not even close. And I don't know. The chaos brings out the best in me. It's the best way I can put it into words, I guess.
Yeah. That's what I was getting at. Is there something about your personality you think that lends yourself to these kind of games?
Personality, yeah. The fire, the desire, the heart, my brain. My brain's all over the place, man. I got really bad ADHD, and I think these are it's almost like when you're in school and you have a project for 2 months and then you leave it for the last day. Like the way my brain works is like I'm not gonna do anything till the last day, and that's I'm gonna prepare everything on that day, and that's kind of a similar way. Like I'm able to stay in the moment and like stay really, really focused for 9 innings or 18 innings. So I don't know. It's just I don't know, bro. I don't know.
One row ahead, John.
So right here, Kike. All the Blue Jays relievers yesterday wrote 51 on their hats as a tribute to your teammate, Alex Vesia. What's that mean to you, given the stakes of the World Series, but they are realizing that there's things bigger than baseball?
Yeah, I didn't notice till Bassett. Actually, it was actually after Bassett struck me out, and I was looking up at the board to see the replay, and that's when I saw that he had 51. And instead of being mad that I struck out, I was kind of going back to the dugout thinking, did Bassett play with Vesia at any point? And then obviously after the game, I saw that everybody had him. Man, for those guys to do that, it's incredible. They're trying to win a World Series, but they understand that this is, life is bigger than baseball, and baseball is just a game. And for them to do that, and with the stake where we were at with the stakes, it's hats off to them. And I want them to know that we appreciate them, even regardless of what happens tonight. We appreciate what they did.
We'll stay right there, Kike. Same row. Gabe.
Hey, Kike. The managers are trying to figure out pockets and usage and all that kind of stuff. As a player in a game like this, is it just a matter of follow where the game takes you and know that the only time you really have any control is when you have the bat in your hands?
Yeah, I mean, when you get drafted, when you sign, and like you're younger in your career, the thing that you hear the most is you need to learn how to control what you can control, and you need to let go of what you can't. And we've been here in our whole careers, and here we are now in like Game 7. Like the only thing we can do is play the game, right? When we're offensively, if we're in the dugout, there's nothing you can do but cheer for your teammates. When you're in the box, the only thing you can do is swing at the right pitch or not. Try to get on base, do whatever you can. Then you move on to the bases and run the bases. Is all you can do. And then when you're on defense, you're just hoping the ball gets hit to you and you make a play. So you just got to play the game, man. You got to play the game and let the game come to you.
Second row on your left, Kike.
Hola, Kike.
Hola.
En la jugada de ayer, en la novena entrada con Justin Dean, ¿cómo viviste ese momento? ¿Fue muy estresante? ¿Qué le dijiste a Dean? ¿Cómo fueron esos momentos?
La bola le dio a la bola y yo estaba tratando de hacer la asistencia por si acaso picaba duro y le rebotaba por encima de la cabeza porque el turf rebota. So yo estaba atrás de él. Tan pronto vi que la bola se encajó, yo subí las manos antes que él. No sé si él me vio a mí porque yo vi el replay y se ve que él está mirando para donde mí y yo tenía las manos arriba y ahí fue que levantó las manos. Pero cuando yo levanté las manos y él levantó las manos y cuando me viro yo veo que todo el mundo está corriendo y no me fijé en los árbitros. Yo no sabía si habían parado la jugada o no. Y nosotros tenemos la instrucción de que lo que podemos hacer es subir las manos y después hacer la jugada, terminar la jugada, porque al final del día es a discreción de los árbitros y eso es una jugada que se puede hacer replay. So tú levantas tus manos y terminas la jugada. Y una vez, si no la cantan, el equipo le puede hacer el challenge y entonces se va al replay. Cuando pasa la jugada, que yo veo que todo el mundo está corriendo, yo le empecé a gritar, coge la bola y tírala, coge la bola y tírala, coge la bola y tírala. Y en esos momentos del béisbol, en tu mente pasan tantas y tantas cosas que lo único que yo estaba pensando, yo veía a los muchachos correr y yo decía, no puede ser que así es que vamos a perder la Serie Mundial. Esto es lo que yo me voy a llevar conmigo el resto de mi vida, porque yo estaba viendo como los dos corredores seguían corriendo y anotaron los dos. Y yo decía, no puede ser que así es que vamos a perder la Serie Mundial. Pero gracias a Dios, pues los árbitros hicieron la llamada correcta.
Go to Jack in the third row, Kike.
Hey, both Miggy and Teo were in here yesterday talking about offensively just wanting guys to not worry about failure as much, kind of be more freed up at the plate. Obviously, you guys came out pretty aggressive last night, were able to build a big inning. Do you feel like as an offense, just the approach last night, some of the results you guys had, just kind of put you in a better space going into tonight, especially after the game's back in LA?
I mean, yeah, we won. So if we didn't win, we wouldn't be here today. But at the end of the day, we had one good inning. And it seems like that's been the theme throughout, this World Series. But, yeah, definitely. I mean, we got to come out aggressive, If he's struggling with command, then we, take a step back. But I'm sure he's going to come in pounding the strike zone, so we got to stay aggressive and then, let the game dictate what the approach should be. But, I mean, we were able to score 3 in one inning, and what I take from that is that we were able to get 2 big hits with runners in scoring position, which has been a struggle for us to, come in and get base hits with runners in scoring position. So hopefully tonight we can do the same thing.
Go to David, then Bill.
Kike, I'm going to ask in English and Spanish, if you don't mind answering in both. Last couple games, Dave has had to tweak his lineup and his defense because of that, and obviously you're a key part of that with your versatility. The question is, how much pride do you take in that and facilitating that for Dave? El último par de juegos, Dave ha tenido que cambiar su lineup y su defensa. Tu versatilidad es clave en eso. ¿Cuánto orgullo te da poder facilitarle las cosas a Dave en ese sentido?
I mean, I take an enormous pride in that, even though I've only played 2 positions this World Series. The reality of things is that my versatility is what's kept me in the big leagues all these years. And the best thing that baseball has is we play on both sides of the ball. We don't only play on one side of the ball. Some people do. Some people do other things like show. They get to pitch and hit, But for me, it's finding a way to impact the game one way or the other. And my bat hasn't really been there that much this series, but I still, like every great defender in the league, I'm sure every great defender wants every single pitch, they want the ball hit to them. And that's what I take pride on, En cuanto a la versatilidad, es algo que yo me toma mucho orgullo porque es lo que me ha mantenido en grandes ligas y el hecho de que yo le pueda dar esa facilidad al dirigente de hacer los ajustes necesarios en el line-up, porque pues él piensa que donde sea que me ponga no pierde ningún valor defensivo, pues eso es algo grande, especialmente en juegos como este. Pero para mí, yo entiendo que lo mejor que tiene el béisbol es poder jugar de los dos lados de la bola, no tan solo batear, pero uno también defiende y uno puede buscar la manera de impactar el juego, ya sea con su bate, con sus piernas o con el guante. Y yo no he hecho mucho con el bate, pero yo siento que anoche pues pude impactar el juego con mi defensa.
Do a few last ones, Tyler, on your right. And then Bill.
Yeah, that play last night was obviously so important. Take me through that, like from where you're positioned. Are you looking at your card? Do you just know that that's where he's likely to hit it? And then when you come up throwing, are you seeing Barger as you're making that catch, or is it instinctual? Just take me through that.
I was like, I don't know how to say it, side to side, like whatever. Like I was where I needed to be, but I was 7 feet shallower than the card wanted me to be. Because I was expecting or anticipating Hernandez hitting a ball in the 6th hole. And given the fact that Barger's pretty fast at second base, I wanted to position myself in a position like where I was shallow enough to charge in on a ground ball base hit. I was able to charge in and not have to force a throw to home plate where I had to throw it over the cutoff man. So I wanted to be shallow enough to where I could keep the runner at third, but also the batter runner at first base and keep the double play alive because there was only one out. And then, obviously, once that ball got hit, I mentioned last night that, every time, it doesn't matter where we are, what stadium it is, the human element of the crowd, they're cheering. They can be as loud as they want, but, like, for a split second, as soon as the pitcher's about to deliver the ball, every time, it doesn't fail. The stadium goes quiet for, like, a split second at release, all the way to contact or swing and miss, whatever it is. And that little amount of quietness was the one that allowed me to hear the broken bat, and I was able to get a really good jump on the ball, come in. And as far as like looking at Barger, I guess it's instinctual, but like when I'm playing, like especially left field, when I'm coming in, I have the whole field in front of me. You're looking at the ball, but you can still, like, by looking at the ball, you can still feel where the runners are. And I felt like he had, extended his lead, or like, I don't know, whatever it was. I felt that he was far away from the bag, but I couldn't look at him because I didn't even know where the ball was, because the ball was in the lights the whole time. So I just went to where I thought the ball was going to land. And sure enough, at the very end, ball got out of the lights. And for like a quick glance, I wanted to get him out at second. I knew I needed to be quick and perfect. So I gave a slight look at third base to see if he was going to tag, because I don't want him to be safe and then also allowed the runner to score if, I could keep him at third base. And when I saw that he wasn't tagging, that's when I decided to throw to second base. And I didn't have enough time to adjust my hips to make a good, strong throw. So I thought I needed to be careful with the throw. And I wanted to long hop it, but I was coming in at full speed in a different direction, and my arm angle didn't allow me to long hop it. And Miggy made an unbelievable pick.
Two last ones, Bill and then Kirsten. Bill, go ahead.
We've all heard, plenty about how much money the Dodgers spend on player salaries. But I'm wondering, as a guy who's been around the league and played for a number of organizations, what do the Dodgers do that help you guys be successful that goes beyond just spending money on players?
Communication between the players and front office, players and coaching staff. When they gonna do something, like in terms of like whatever it is, like travel or whatever, they always ask us. And like I'm sure you guys heard, like last year we met, a few players met with front office and to talk about traveling in the postseason, and we gave them our point of view, which was very different to the sleep doctor, what the sleep doctor thought we should do. And we changed the traveling plans and we kept it going this year. But it's just, they have our best interests for everything, and they want to make sure that not only do we have what we need, but we're also like happy with like what's going on. So I think to where other organizations, they're like maybe we're going to do things our way, and you're just a player. You work for us, you know. But I think these guys just want us to be like, you know, make sure that we're on top of our game at all times. So if you need a guy to be on top of their game, why not ask that person, what do you need to be on top of your game? And I think that's something that they do different than maybe not other organizations do.
I'll finish up with Kirsten.
I've got a fun one for you. Your headband, of course, it says believe. How much is it being a Ted Lasso fan, and how much is it just the reminder of it's plain and simple, you have to believe tonight?
Both. I got it because I'm a Ted Lasso fan, and the timing is right. I mean, didn't bring it out till the last 2 games, so yeah.
All right, Kike, thanks for walking us through your amazing play. Appreciate the time.